32 up-and-coming chefs from across the UK are putting their reputations on the line in a battle to become professional MasterChef champion. 4 new hopefuls are competing to impress Judge Greg Wallace, renowned chef Monica Galetti, and Michelin-starred Marcus Waring.
I'm super excited to be part of the competition. Got to bring the A game.
My goal is to get into the final 3.
It's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so make the most of it, and let's see how far I can go.
Britain's chefs have been busting to get back behind the stoves, and it's time we found a new star.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this. I can't wait to see what chefs are going to come through that door.
We have 4 chefs eagerly anticipating the start of their MasterChef journey. First, of course, they've got to face the skills test. Monica, what are you going to get them to do, please?
I would like our chefs to make us agnolotti filled with burrata and sun-dried tomatoes.
Burrata is like extra creamy, wet mozzarella. I mean, it's just delicious.
Served with pea and mint pesto.
I can't remember what shape agnolotti is. It's obviously a filled pasta, but right now I can't remember it.
There's like a pillow. You know, you pinch the sides and then you cut in between.
How long are you going to give them?
We're giving our chefs 20 minutes.
Monica, I want to see you do it. Go on.
All right. So the first thing I need to do is make my agnolotti.
Key to pasta rolling is to get the pasta rolled out in a rolling pin first and get the shape you want, and then start to putting it through the machine.
Agnolotti, of course, famously named after 2 brilliant female pasta makers.
Is it really?
Anya and
Lottie.
Lottie.
Very good, Greg. You got me.
That's going to have to be really... If that's going to double over, that's got to be rolled thin.
The filling is burrata and sun-dried tomato. Sun-dried tomatoes can be quite strong. Burrata is very delicate in flavour, and if you put too much of sun-dried tomato, you're going to lose it completely. I'm using it literally as a seasoning for the burrata, so I've chopped it up quite fine.
Pasta skills, always a challenge. Always put the fear into our chefs. You want to see them all exactly the same size. I think that's really important. So it's going to be a real test of our chef's skill here.
So just in pinching it, you're sealing the little parcels.
I've got a feeling we may end up more ravioli than agnolotti.
So my little agnolotti parcels are made. So now, quick pea and mint pesto. I'm just going to lightly toast some pine nuts and some fresh peas into the blender. A few nuts. To garlic.
Traditionally, everyone thinks of pesto as basil, don't they?
Yeah, but I think nowadays, you know, people are happy to experiment with whatever they have. Parmesan. Pulsing it, because I want some texture and I don't want this to go completely smooth. My mint and pea pesto is done, and now I'm going to drop my agnolotti into the water. These will only take a couple of minutes, if that, to cook, and we're ready to serve.
A moment of truth for our chefs here, because if any of that filling ends up in the water, they'll know they've got a ripped pasta.
There's nothing worse when pasta parcels burst into the water and they serve it, because you know it's not right.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, they really do look like pillows. Love the colour on that pesto. Love it.
You can't rush it. You need to take your time, do it properly. It's just about showing off what they can do. That's all we want. And there we have it, agnolotti filled with burrata and sun-dried tomato with a pea and mint pesto.
That's gorgeous.
It looks great, full of skill, full of complexity, absolutely delicious.
Marcus, you are going to watch them very closely on the monitors in the next room, and we'll see you back here for the tasting. Get the chefs in, let's see what they're made of.
First up is 31-year-old Jamie, head chef at an events catering company.
I've been a chef for 10 years. I started in a small cafe, learning how to cook while I was at school, and I eventually went on to Michelin restaurants and then worked my way into events. We normally serve celebrity parties, BAFTAs and film premieres. I am very inventive. I like to shock and awe and have a little bit of drama in the dish. I've been practicing, I've been training, so I think I'm going to pull out all the stops.
Jamie, I would like you to make for us a burrata and sun-dried tomato agnolotti, served with a pea and mint pesto.
OK.
Jamie, do you know what an agnolotti is?
I know what an agnolotti is. I haven't made one, but I'll give it a good go.
Great.
Jamie, you have 20 minutes. Off you go.
Thank you.
Right, here we go. First one up.
So my plan, I'm going to prep the sun-dried tomatoes, some mozzarella. Then I'm going to roll out the pasta and make a sauce.
Sounds like a plan, Dan.
Cut the pasta in half. Quarter. That's what Monica did. Yeah, he only needs a quarter.
Jamie, do you have a favourite cuisine?
I do. My family are half Greek, so I really like Greek food. And I used to cook with my grandma from the age of about 9 years old.
I love Greek food. Are we going to see any Greek food from you if you go through?
We will. There's a few dishes I've got up my sleeve that are in homage to my grandma.
Oh, bless you, mate.
Beautifully rolled out. You see his hand through it. Looks nice.
What have you put in your filling?
So in the filling, I have put sun-dried tomatoes, the burrata, some basil, and just salt and pepper.
You don't seem at all troubled by this whatsoever.
I was quite excited about the skills test.
He's very comfortable with pasta. He could have squared it off and made it a little bit neater, but let's see what the end product looks like.
Jamie, I don't want to trouble you, but you've only got 4 minutes left. You all right?
I'm good, yeah.
Pasta's in the water cooking.
Back in the water.
Onto the pesto.
Onto the pesto now.
And how are you making your pesto?
So I've got the fresh peas. I'm going to toast off the pine nuts and some mint, olive oil, and a bit of salt and pepper.
Nice.
I'm going to start placing up.
Yeah, his pesto could be better. I think he could have done a bit better job with that.
"30 seconds, Jamie. Last touches, whatever they may be. All done?
All done. Pressure's a lot.
Hey, Jamie. You're probably one of the first chefs that I've ever heard that looked forward to the skills test.
Jamie, not quite an agnolotti. The agnolotti, you make a line off the mix, pinch the edges. So you were really close, but I like that you tried to figure it out. Pasta is also nice and thin. The filling is very strong as sun-dried tomato. The sun-dried tomato has completely overpowered that delicate burrata in there. But it's a good start. I like that you stay calm and you manage to deliver something.
Thank you.
I love the way that you cut the pasta into quarters and you only took the pasta that you needed. Exactly the same as what Monica did. I would love the pesto to be a little bit wetter, but I do like it. It's really nice. That's a very good-looking dish and tastes delicious.
Jamie, that's a pretty good start. You've done pretty well. Well done. We'll see you soon. Jamie's really good, right?
I'm very happy.
It could have gone a lot worse. I'm glad it didn't. It was edible. That's the main thing.
Next up is Kirsty, a classically trained 27-year-old development chef from Northampton.
I work mainly in innovation, so things that are going on the shelf in the future. I also work in a fine dining restaurant. My food style's British, but ever since I've started working in development, I've switched it up to be a bit more British fusion. I like to put a bit of spice in every dish. I love a challenge, yeah. Service! No doubt we'll be up against some seriously good chefs, but yeah, I'm ready to take them on.
How are you doing, Kirsty?
I'm good.
You ready?
Yeah, nervous, but ready for the challenge.
That's normal. Channel those nerves. Kirsty, I would like you to make us an agnolotti filled with burrata and sun-dried tomato, served with a pea and mint pesto.
A filled pasta.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you made agnolotti before?
I haven't.
You have 20 minutes. Good
Great.
luck.
Thank you. So I'm going to make my filling first.
She's got to watch how much sun-dried tomato she puts in. She doesn't want that to overpower the dish. Just a little touch of the tomato.
Where are you from, Kirsty?
I'm from Northamptonshire, born and bred.
What sort of upbringing? What are you?
So I come from a farming background.
What sort of farming?
We're sheep farmers by trade, been passed down through the generations, but I'm not very good at the farming side of it, so I kind of stick to the kitchen side.
You don't want to force it through like that. That's not good.
Just trying to get through the initial jitters.
And then you get that weird shape, which she's got.
How are you going to shape the pasta? Do you know?
I don't. I've done a few different filled pastas, but mainly tortellinis, raviolis, so the name is a bit of a new one for me.
There we go, back on track.
You're halfway, Kirsty. You've got 10 minutes left. What shape would you call that you've got
I think I'm going for the tortellini shape, which I know is wrong.
Show me, because tortellini are not easy to make, right? Hey!
It's wrong, but
It's not agnolotti, but it's pretty good tortellini.
I guess it's a filled pasta, I'm hoping.
You're all right. It's OK.
So, what are we doing with the pesto?
So, pea and mint, obviously going to put the pine nuts in, start adding the oil, grate some parmesan.
Got a plan?
That's the plan.
She should have toasted the pine nuts. Toasting them brings out the oil, brings out the flavour. Don't overdo it. If you keep mixing it, it just becomes wetter and wetter and wetter.
Kirsty, you've got 3 minutes left, right?
2 minutes, OK.
What are you doing now with that burrata?
I'm just going to cook the pasta in it.
That's an idea.
I've never seen that before.
Kirsty, you've got a minute. You're going to have to think about plating up.
Oh, it's trying to escape that one. Do you know where the pesto's going to go?
Yeah, I'm going to drizzle it over the top. OK, I think I'm good to go. Definitely a bit clueless as to what I should be presenting, but hopefully it tastes OK.
How are you?
Hi, Marcus. Very well, thank you.
So you've struggled a bit with the pasta making.
Yeah.
And you're constantly force-feeding that pasta through the machine there. And you've given us tortellinis. Pasta is a bit thick. I quite like the flavour of what you have here. But then to add more sun-dried tomato over the top of it, that's all you can taste is a lot of sun-dried tomatoes.
It tastes good. The same sauce on top of the pasta that's in the pasta just seems a little bit overkill to me. I'd rather just have the pesto on the top.
I just wish that you'd have focused a little bit more on the pesto.
Yeah.
You know, because I think you're just consistently blitzing it, and you're bringing out all of the water, which is a shame because these pasta parcels could have just sat on a beautiful pesto and that's it, job done. Overthought it, just too much.
Thanks.
Kirsty, thank you very much indeed. Off
Thank you.
There was definitely skill on show. She didn't roll the pasta too well, but she made some nice tortellinis. I think she'll be all right.
She'll be fine.
So relieved that the skills test is done. That's the one thing that's been, like, literally just like, grr. So I guess it's my food now, isn't it? So what can go wrong?
We've got 2 more chefs waiting. Hopefully they're keen. Reality is they're probably very nervous. Marcus, what are you going to get your chefs to do?
I would like our chefs to cook us pan-fried calves liver with a potato cake and a walnut beurre noisette.
Ooh, I've never had one of them. How long are you going to give them, Marcus?
20 minutes.
Please show us how it's done.
I'm going to start with the potato cake. Pre-cooked potato, so that's good to go. We've got various different ingredients on the table which they can put into the potato cake. So what I've got are some spring onions, a spoon of creme fraiche, an egg yolk, and some capers. If the potato is a little bit on the wet side, then I think the flour is actually quite important. Just shape it, pat it down.
Our chefs, if they make that too wet, it's not going to hold very well.
Just want to get this just gently cooking through, a little bit of crispiness, and we can just leave this sitting on here. Liver, membrane's been taken off. I just want our chefs to take a nice piece, however thick they want to do it. It's entirely up to them. And here I've got some seasoned flour.
You find with the flouring of the liver, it helps season it at the same time. And it also puts a protection layer onto it when it's cooking. Marcus, did you grow up eating liver?
Yes, liver was cheap meat in the 70s and 80s. My mum always used to cook it, liver and onions, but it always used to be overcooked. My father would never have any blood in any meat whatsoever, especially liver. We called it leather and onions. Yeah. It did used to wind my mum up a little bit. So I've just turned over the potato cake, a little extra butter in there. Now I just want the crunchy outside and the crispiness and then the lovely soft liver in the middle.
That's lovely.
So just lift that out. You do want it to rest, just so it holds the blood, the flavour in. Now I'm going to start my walnut beurre noisette. I'm using the pan that I cooked the liver in, or the yummy bits. Some fresh butter.
Beurre noisette, but burnt butter sauce. Take it till it's dark, right?
Not burnt, brown. So noisette colour. You can actually look, as you stop, you can see it's turning brown at the bottom. So I've got some normal walnuts, and I've got some pickled walnuts here. Pickling gives a lovely bite to the noisette, and then just a little bit of flat leaf parsley at the end. OK, ready to plate. Ooh. And there we have it. Sauté calves liver, potato cake, walnut, beurre noisette.
That's beautiful.
I think our chefs should be able to cook the liver, hopefully rest it as well. It's very important. I'm happy. Thank you, Marcus. You did great. You're through. Delicious. Thank you.
Should we get them in? I think they're going to do all right here. I think these are skills that our chefs should have.
The first chef to face Marcus's test is 31-year-old Eddie, head chef at a stately home in Northumberland.
It's a country house, predominantly a wedding venue. I'm in charge of everything food-related. The type of food I cook here is predominantly English, kind of British seasonal produce. No smoking mirrors around what I do. Just kind of, it looks simple, but it's not. I came into being a chef a bit of an accident, really. I left sixth form, got a job in a little cafe somewhere, and from there I ended up getting a job at a tourist restaurant, and from then I've kind of fell in love with cooking. I've entered MasterChef basically to prove to everyone that I can do it. I want my kids proud of us. I want them to watch it back in years to come and be like, Dad's won MasterChef.
Yeah, they're ready.
Yeah, struggling a bit, huh? Right.
Well, you've passed the first test. Chef, you've got your apron on.
Yeah. Thanks. Is that the test?
That's it. We'll see you in the next round. Cheers, Chef.
Great.
I'd like you to make for us one portion of the calves liver, served with the potato cake, a walnut beurre noisette. How does that sound, Eddie?
Yeah, sounds as good as it can be, I guess.
20 minutes, Eddie. Off you go.
You got a plan, Chef?
So I'm gonna make my potato cake mix, if you like, first.
So you, Eddie, starting with the potato cake, which is good. Good knife skills.
You've got your potato, you've got half a shallot in there, you've got some gherkins and seasoning. Anything else going in there?
I will put some capers in.
Look a little bit baffled.
No, I'm just kind of thinking, am I gonna breadcrumb the potato cake? I think I'm gonna go for it.
He's gonna crumb his potato cake. Ooh, that'll be nice.
Right, so you decided to pan it eventually?
Decided to pan it, yeah. I think it's gonna hold its shape a bit better when it cooks. It might take a little bit longer.
Eddie, what have you been doing through lockdown? Have you been working?
I've been making and delivering pies around my local area.
I love a pie.
One of my favourite ones that I made was actually ox cheek with French onions, Comté cheese and bone marrow. Delicious, delicious actually.
What did you have for your dinner every night? Pies.
Pie filling. Try to think how.
What's the matter? What's foxing you?
Just thinking what I'm going to do for the sauce, to be honest. I think I'm just going to keep it basic, put some shallots in there, a bit of garlic, use the walnuts, and kind of use the pickled walnuts at the end as a bit of acidity, I guess, through it.
Right, Eddie, you have got 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
To get that liver cooked, sauce made and plated up.
Yeah.
Ideally, Eddie needs to rest that liver. He's rushing now.
I like the look of that cake.
Thank you.
He's got walnuts to go into his butter. I hope he doesn't forget.
Did we get any walnuts in there? Oh!
You done?
I am done, yeah.
Ah, shame you didn't let that rest.
Kick myself for it later.
The cooking of the liver's nice. It's nice and pink, but it does need resting. You haven't got a beurre noisette. What you've got is just melted butter. Your walnuts are not chopped. You forgot to put them in. You haven't put the pickled walnuts in like you said you would. It's a real shame. I think time just got away from you there, Eddie.
I agree.
I love the texture of your potato cake, crispy on the outside, buttery in the middle. The mistakes here are obvious to see. We've got a butter sauce that hasn't turned brown, and we've got blood leaching onto the plate. Sorry, Eddie, kind of got away from you in the end, didn't it?
You know where you've gone wrong. I know you're kicking yourself for it. You know, Eddie, bring it together in the next round.
Thanks. I'm absolutely disappointed with what I've put up there. I would never serve it in a restaurant. Oh, well, it's just got to pick myself up and go again, but better.
Last up is 34-year-old Charith, senior sous chef at a Sri Lankan restaurant in London.
When I came from Sri Lanka and I didn't have any experience, started to work as a kitchen porter, I thought, okay, I want to be a chef. I'm working in a different restaurants for over the past 10 years and different cuisines. I'm actually going to bring my whole personality into the MasterChef kitchen because I'm really calm and I'm always happy, so I don't really feel much pressure. I have the knowledge and the techniques and everything to impress the judges and probably impress the whole country.
Good to meet you. I have to say, that was probably one of the best entrances to the kitchen I've ever seen in the MasterChef kitchen. You like that? I like that. Whoa. I'd like a portion of the calves liver, pan-fried, served with a potato cake and a walnut beurre noisette.
That's the brown buttered bun.
That's it. Your 20 minutes. Off you go.
So I'm gonna make the potato cake now.
Charith's got good knife skills by the looks of it.
What food do you love?
At the moment, I cook Sri Lankan food, like in a modern way.
I love Sri Lanka.
Have you been to Sri Lanka?
I've honeymooned there a few times.
Oh, really? A few times? I'm gonna add some shallots and some spring onion, salt, pepper, and got some capers there as well.
Hopefully he's pressed it enough that it won't fall apart because he's not putting any egg to try and bind it.
What ambitions do you have?
Actually, I wanted to bring Sri Lankan food to Michelin star level.
Do you?
Of course, yes. Oh, sorry.
That's a nice ambition.
When's the last time you cooked liver?
I think a long time ago, chef. Maybe like 5 years ago. So I just seasoned the flour, then I'm gonna pan fry.
6 minutes.
So tell me about your beurre noisette sauce.
I'm gonna use the same butter.
He's using the pan that he cooked the potatoes in, which is good.
I got the butter in the colour now. It's getting a little bit dark, so I'm gonna add the walnuts.
That liver can come out now. Charith, take the liver out the pan.
Got about a minute.
You done?
Yes, yes, chef.
Well done.
Thank you.
Whoa, could smell that butter from back there. Well done, Charith.
Thank you.
That's not bad. You won't believe how close you've come to doing exactly what I did. You made the potato cake almost identical to me. I just put a little bit of the creme fraiche in there and an egg yolk. Really good. Your liver is slightly overcooked, but it's got a nice caramelisation on the liver. The beurre noisette could have done with the pickled walnut, but it's not bad. You've got brown nut butter there. You can see you've got the colour right. It's a very, very good start.
Thank you.
Nice seasoned coating on the liver. The liver is pink enough for me. I love that. Buttery potato cake. And your buttery sauce, your beurre noisette, is buttery and nutty. It's a good job.
For a first time in this kitchen, you figured out what we wanted. You just got on with it. I really like Sri Lankan food as well. Can't wait to see what you got.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He's beaming.
When I saw the liver, because I haven't cooked the liver for a long time, it's made me a bit nervous, but I think it came out well.
Good start today. They were all successful in their own ways. Really good to see.
But I'm really curious about our 4 chefs and what they're going to bring in the next round.
Charith, I kind of want to see the Sri Lankan food, but also Jamie. I think because Jamie works in events, I wonder if he's going to get a bit theatrical with his dishes. It's open. It's all to play for. And I think we're going to get some cracking dishes.
Next time, Kirsty, Eddie, Jamie and Charith
Keep going okay, yeah. Not really.
have another chance to impress with their own food.
Ooh, that's a bit hard.
Only the best can go through to the quarter-final.
It's a lovely bit of cookery.
Beautiful.